They say you don't know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. And one woman knows that all too well after nearly losing her life a year ago. Doctors say it's a miracle she's still here, and that's something she is not taking for granted.
Here goes nothing.
Clementine Securi knows what it means to fight.
So my family moved to the United States in 2003 from Rwanda.
She was 9 years old when her and her family moved to Grand Rapids from a refugee camp.
Yeah, we used to do that,
She certainly faced her fair share of challenges, but has never let that stop her. Living a life filled with passion, faith, and the drive to overcome. All things that likely carried her through the journey that lied ahead.
I was driving back home a little bit after 11 p.m. from meeting a friend, and I got tailboned by a cement truck, and I immediately blacked out, and I woke up in the ICU a week later.
The impact so intense it caused her skull to separate from her spine, leaving her internally decapitated.
When I woke up in the ICU, I didn't know what had happened, but the nurse told me I've been in a car accident and they were getting ready to take me into surgery number 5.
She had a traumatic brain injury, broke her jaw and leg, and even suffered a stroke that caused temporary paralysis. Doctors say it's a miracle she even survived.
Staff at the hospital were also surprised, and they would say they'd never seen anything like this.
Her family and friends, her biggest supporters, never leaving her side.
And I felt that my family and close friends also carried my pain and burden with them. And when they came in, I was now reminded that I'm limited. I was reminded of the good things and just the positivity, and we celebrated almost every day, because every day was an accomplishment.
Filled with grace and strength to continue her fight, Clementine eventually made it to Mary Free Bed.
When we met Clementine, she came to us, she had the halo brace on, right? She was non-weight bearing on one of her legs. She couldn't really move either of those legs either. She had a feeding tube in, she had the trach collar with the supplemental oxygen. Her jaw was wired shut. So she came to us much different than we see today.
Despite the physical limitations, she never lost her spirit, a kind of resilience that radiated from within.
Everybody just loves Clementine. She just really draws people to her.
Clementine made amazing progress. It really surprised us many times when, oh, wow, you can start to move that leg more. Well, in that case, let's try standing, you know. Oh, you're standing up. Well, let's try walking. So her progress was always great. Her attitude was just amazing.
I remember the first time I was walking with a walker with 2 therapists next to me and them measuring how far I'm walking. And it was not far distant, but every day we progressed and progressed to a point where I was walking by myself.
And just 7 weeks after beginning rehab, she and her family literally danced their way out the door when she was cleared to graduate. Her soul filled with joy, not anger over what she endured, just thankful for a second chance.
We just tend to dwell on the negative during our negative situation, and I strongly encourage to anyone who's recovering, and recovering doesn't mean physical recovery, it can be recovering from anything really, to just start setting small goals and accomplish those, because when you accomplish a goal, you more likely want to set another one because you want to accomplish that one too.
That's amazing.
What is her next goal? Well, she's getting ready to head back to work and even training to run the 10K in the Riverbank Run in May. A huge accomplishment for someone who couldn't even get out of bed by herself when she started at Mary Free Bed. And in true Clementine fashion, she's not just running for herself, but to raise money for local kids who need tutoring.